What is going on, guys? So I am back today to talk about a new TV series that was released on Netflix recently. And this was one that I was really excited for when it first was announced because it stars an actress by the name of Jenna Ortega, who I have become really fond of. I feel like she is an incredible actress in everything that I've watched her in. I first saw her in the TV series You, and then I saw her in the Scream film, in X, in a movie called The Fallout. And every single time I've seen her in a movie, I feel like she just gives the most dedicated and incredible performance for such a young actress. And so I was really looking forward to that. I was also looking forward to the fact that Tim Burton was announced to direct these episodes. He's someone who I've been fond of for most of my life. I feel like some of his films now I'm not as big of a fan of, but I still always respect what he tries to do as a filmmaker. And the series I'm going to be discussing today is Wednesday. Wednesday is a new Netflix series starring Jenna Ortega. While attending Nevermore Academy, Wednesday Addams attempts to master her emerging psychic ability, thwart a killing spree, and solve the mystery that embroiled her parents 25 years ago. So I feel like whenever you take on a property that is so beloved, like the Addams Family, that has been around and existed in multiple iterations for years, that you're gonna get some scrutiny. You're gonna get some people that are unwilling to try something out because it's something that's been done before and something that is held near and dear to people's heart. I will say, as far as like the Addams Family goes in general, I enjoyed those films in the 90s with Christina Ricci as Wednesday Addams. I thought they were really enjoyable, but they're not films that like I have revisited a whole lot in my adult life. And so I would say my attachment to this series is probably lesser than a lot of people's. So going into this, I think I was more just excited to see how Jenna Ortega would approach this character who is very like dark and bleak, but also comedic in the way that she delivers her lines. And this is one of my favorite TV series I've watched the entire year. I loved every second of this, and it was only 8 episodes long, and all I wanted was more. As soon as it was over, I was just ready to dive back into this world and these characters, and it's just such a different experience than we're used to from Tim Burton as of late. I feel like this is Tim Burton channeling his like nature from the 90s, like when he was in his prime. It just feels like he's having so much fun again. And I know he didn't direct all the episodes, he directed a lot of the earlier episodes, but I feel like that tone stays consistent throughout the entire run of the episode. So as the description says, Wednesday at the beginning, she's at this like public school where she's clearly the outcast. Pugsley, her brother, is getting really horribly bullied. The people who bully her at the beginning of the episode, she runs into this like gymnasium and pours these piranhas in a pool and ends up almost getting this kid killed, as shown in the trailer. And so she's not allowed to go to school there. You find out that she's been kicked out of multiple different schools. And so her parents decide that they want to send her to Nevermore Academy, which is where they went to school. Her parents are played by Catherine Zeta-Jones and Guzmán, Morticia and Gomez, who I know that there's a lot of people who complained about the casting of these two characters. And while I don't think that they're as charismatic as the actors that played them originally, I think they fit the role perfectly for what they're going for, because this isn't a show focused on them. They're really only in a couple of the episodes. It's mostly focused on Wednesday and her experience. And so she ends up going to Nevermore Academy, and this is a school filled with outcasts. They're called outcasts. They have werewolves, they have vampires, they have like gorgons. There's all different like species of different things that live on this campus together. And so there's all this element of like magic and mystery that's interlaid through this that makes it feel sort of like Harry Potter-esque at times. Very much like the different classes are like together, and there's like these challenges that they have on the campus. And the headmaster is played by Gwendoline Christie, that a lot of people know from the Game of Thrones series. Christina Ricci shows up as one of the professors in this, and all of this weird stuff starts happening on the campus where this creature starts coming and killing people off in the woods. And so Wednesday takes it upon herself to try to figure out what is going on the campus. And that's about all I want to get into with the plot, because there's so many great little things that are introduced. There's an amazing appearance by Fred Armisen as Uncle Fester. He gives such an amazing performance. But I just was really immersed immersed into this world. And I think that it does such a great job of throwing plot twists and multiple things in your way as a viewer to kind of throw you in different directions to keep you guessing who the threat is up until the very end of the season, which is something that I really appreciated. As I said, the highlight to this series is Jenna Ortega. The charisma, chemistry, and just overall performance is absolutely amazing. One of the best I've seen all year. She just gives this deadpan delivery that is so pitch perfect in every line of dialogue that she delivers, and just like her bodily movements and her facial expressions. She really is this character. She embodies this character so perfectly. I watched a little behind the scenes footage this week, and there's a scene where she plays Vivaldi on the cello, and she talked about how a year before the production even started that she went to cello lessons to not necessarily learn how to play the song perfectly, but how to emulate it on screen to make it look accurate. And just her dedication to those types of things. There's a dance number sequence that's going all over the internet that she does that's just so amazing, that she pulled from different things to choreograph herself, which I thought was really amazing. And she really is the standout performance in this show. There's a lot of other characters. Her roommate Enid, played by Emma Myers, is another standout in this season. She's like the bright, bubbly character that they share. They're roommates together, and she is the complete and total contrast to Wednesday's character. And I think making the two of them become these unlikely friends was a great writing decision and really provides an interesting chemistry that keeps the show engaging. And I'm really excited to see where this goes. I think they wrapped up the last episode really well and left it open enough to where the second season is going to be a ride. I think that it was just so entertaining and engaging and fun, and I love seeing shows like this on Netflix succeed, and it seems like it was incredibly popular in the opening weekend, so I'm hoping that this show gets a renewal. And if you haven't checked it out yet, you 100% should. So have you seen Wednesday? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you thought. I thought this show was absolutely brilliant. I loved it. I thought the performances were all really great, and I'm looking forward to another season. As always, if you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, it helps me out a lot and lets me know the type of content you're looking for. I'm always putting out new material and look forward to getting more out for you in the near future. And as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.